Axel, give it another kick.
We're tackling the bathroom in our makeover house, and we've got big plans. What's the buzz on keeping bees in your backyard? They am going to drone on. How is Kevin the pug helping his owner through troubled waters?
But there's a lot more to this story than that.
We are halfway through the year already, and you can really see the transformation of our makeover house taking shape. Now it's time to tackle one of the biggest jobs, the outdated 70s bathroom. Back on day one, Adam and I had a sticky beak.
Even you in there, it's going to be tight, isn't it?
It's kind of a tiny shower, isn't it? Very old-fashioned. See, I'm not tall by any means, but ooh.
Is that claustrophobic?
We had these tiles growing up. This is a big job, but, you know, I think worth it. For most people, a bathroom reno can feel overwhelming. There are so many tradies that come through in a specific sequence, but we can help demystify all that.
Now, our first thoughts when we saw this bathroom is this wall has to come out, and I definitely think that has to happen.
We can do that?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Because it's so squashy.
So maybe if we swing the bath around, extend the vanity.
Yep,
yeah. And then with the shower, what do you reckon there?
Well, once this wall comes out, that's just going to open it right up here, which is going to obviously give you a bigger shower.
All right, Project Management 101. Tonight, we are going to show you all the tips and tricks you need to get a bathroom reno done. Once and for all, what do you reckon?
Step by step. The first one, demolishing.
Yeah, drink my tea first. You start, I'll be back.
It's always easier with a helper, but sometimes they're busy having a coffee. So you just got to do it by yourself.
I tell you what, you don't mess around, do you? Isn't there something satisfying about watching someone else do all the work?
I wouldn't know.
It's good being here with you today. I'm going to go do the design stuff because, you know, all the pretty things, that's what I do. So I'm going to go and choose a bath, the taps, all that stuff. So seeing as you've got this covered...
No, that sounds good. The only thing that I need just needs to be a big enough bath where I can just spread out enough to...
Turn it up.
OK, good. I'll just
Carry on, you're doing a good job. I always think for most people, actually coming up with the design concept is probably the hardest part of any renovation. So you need all the inspiration you can get. One really good place to start is the Bunnings website. Obviously, you're going to do a lot of shopping there. So they've now got this really great feature where you can scroll through a whole ton of bathrooms in all different styles. And what's so good about this is everything you see on screen, you can actually order in store. Starting with the floor, that's a really good place to begin. This one is beautiful. It has a nice texture. It almost looks like timber. It's like a lime wash timber. So for the other walls here, again, you can't get any more affordable than a standard white ceramic tile. You could run them sideways, you could brick pattern them, or you can run them vertically for a really contemporary effect. So that's what we're going to do around the room. This is where I've actually splurged on these gorgeous stone effect tiles. It's a beautiful mosaic, so you can use them as a full sheet or you can break them up. So we're going to run a line all the way above the tiles around the room. I think the whole idea here is we want to have it affordable, cosy, relaxing, and most of all, a beautiful retreat that's going to last the test of time. So all in all, very happy with this palette. I think this bathroom is going to look fantastic. So now the design is sorted, I can help Adam with demolition.
Hey, Axel, give it another kick. Another kick time. Hey, that's what we like to say. How easy was that? Hey?
I like that bit.
Have you got some anger management issues there, Tara?
Not anymore.
Hey! Love it.
It's like some kind of weird therapy, isn't it? It's a very strange therapy.
We opened this room up completely and we got all the carpentry work done and called in the plumbers and sparkies to do their roughing. That's all the carpentry work complete. There's a few things that I want to point out. You'll see here, I've thrown in a few extra noggins, and that's to pick up our shower screen, and this is going to be where our shower rail is here, and that's an important thing. When you're doing a bathroom reno, you want to make sure that you've picked out all your fixtures and fittings so you know where everything is going to be and plan for what's going to go ahead. So you'll see here we've also had the plumber that's come through. And that's an important step because the plumber comes through usually on the second day, and he's going to need your flick mixer, and without that he won't be able to finish off his job and we won't be able to get our wall linings up. And that's what I'm doing next. Few things you need to remember before you put your sheeting up. The first one is to make sure you mark out all your studs so you know where to fix it off. But more importantly, it's to mark out where your plumbing pipes are, because it's going to be very costly if you screw through one of them. Now cement sheets up, I'm just stopping up the joints and filling in the nail holes. That way, when we waterproof, we just go over the lot. If you don't feel comfortable though, you can call in a handyman or a plasterer and they'll do the job for you. Now we've decided to tile up to 1200 around the whole bathroom except for the shower walls. We're going all the way up to the ceiling, which means I need to get a sealer and undercoat on the top half. Now, it's time to put this primer on so the waterproofing has something to bond to. So why do we use a primer? Because it creates a surface for the waterproofing to bond to. I'll be putting it around all the walls where the tiles are going and the waterproofing, and also all over the floor. The most important part when it comes to waterproofing, if you do decide to do it yourself, is to make sure that all the corners are sealed. And a great system is this one here because it takes all the guesswork out of it. And to put it on, I'll just paint the waterproof on, bed the tape in, and then paint over it again. The shower area, I'm going from floor to ceiling, and then for the rest of the bathroom, I'm running a 150mm strip all the way around. Once the walls are done, it's onto the floor, and I'm just working my way out to the door. The bathroom window is looking worse for wear, and it's definitely not safety glass that they've used in there. So a practical way to fix that up is to use these adjustable aluminium shutters. It will create protection for anyone falling through the glass, but also it's going to tie in with our bathroom reno. Now you can pick these up from the hardware store and you can cut them up to any size to fit your window opening. Got the perimeter together. Now we need to get the louvers into position. For that, I'm just putting in these black clips, and you can see that they're spring-loaded with a pin, so that allows us to pop them into each hole. A good tip is to get one side in and then just use a little plastic packer so you don't scratch the aluminium to get it down. Make our louvers operate, I'll just be attaching this to the side. Our little black clips come with holes in them, so I can just screw this on and it'll allow the louvers to open and close. Once the waterproofing was dry, we screeded the floor, which is a sand cement mix to get our levels right. You'll see in this bathroom we have a centre waste, and our main floor is falling to that. In the shower area we have our main grate, and obviously the floor here is falling to the grate. Now these are levels you want to make sure you get right, because if you don't, you're going to have a lot of problems. So if you're not feeling confident in screening your floor, you can call in a tiler and he'll do the job for you. But I'm excited because our next job is to start tiling. For the wall tiles, I'm starting with the rip down the bottom and working my way up, making sure that it's nice and level and plumb as I go up. And for this wall, we've decided to use the border tiles and make this a whole feature wall. Now, my tip here with these mosaic tiles is to use a 4mm notch trowel. That way you don't have excess glue that squeezes out through all these gaps. What I'm doing is lining up with all the wall tiles. That way, the lines will go all the way throughout the whole bathroom and just make this look seamless. We've gone with a light grey which ties in perfectly with the white tile but also our feature tile. And to apply the grout, you just want to put it over your joint and then go over it on a 45-degree angle and take as much grout off as possible. That way, it makes it nice and easy when you're cleaning the tiles up. Now that's a feature wall. Will Tara like what I've done with her design? We'll find out soon. Nice. Now we're ready to start getting the fixtures and fittings in place, starting with the vanity. Nice, mate. Throughout this bathroom reno, we've been ticking off the boxes on the processes you need to go through to get this job done. And at this point here is where you'll call the plumber back for the second time so he can do his fit off. And the easiest way to drill holes in these ceramic tiles is with this glass and tile bit. You'll see that it's got a point on it, so it prevents it from drifting. But a good tip is, before you start, hold your drill bit up to the mark, give it a little bit of a tap, which just makes an indentation, and then you can start drilling. They're really good and easy for ceramic tiles. Nice. You know, things are getting close when the bath's going in. How nice is this? Obviously, it's not oversized, but it's big enough to sit in and relax. And with these chrome finishes, it really gives this bathroom that classic look. Pretty happy with the way this has all turned out. Now I just need to get the big boss and see if she likes how it's all come together.
It's about time I added a little bit of my finishing touches to this bathroom. I love a shelf, especially in a space like this. These ones are Tassie oval. Very simple L-shaped construction. Love that. So you've done such a good job in here. It's beautiful. I love it.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a good touch adding the timber as well.
It's really nice. Big change from what it was before.
Massive change, Tars. Job well done.
Yeah, I think so. All right, a few more finishing touches and then I think we can say tick, job done.
That's what I like.
Adsy, I think that this bathroom is spectacular. I absolutely love it.
That's fantastic, isn't it? How nice has it turned out?
And I think what we started out to achieve was to give everybody at home a bit of a 101 on bathroom planning. For me, it is all about the design. It's just choosing your fixtures and your fittings and getting organised and working out your budget and your timelines.
That's right. And for me, I guess it's about getting those steps in the right order. As long as you get everyone in when they're meant to come in, you can end up with a room as beautiful as this, and it's bright, it's fresh.
Good job. High five.
High five. You want to jump in the bath yet? No.
Who doesn't like something for free? Now, having a look at this ginger, it's struggling, it's still got growth on it, and it's a good size. So rather than pulling it out and just losing it forever, and dig it out, pull it apart, and I could probably get up to about 20 or 30 plants out of it. But if I put them in clumps of about 3 to 4, they'll look like the business, look like big money, and they'll do really well somewhere else in someone else's garden. Now that's a really good looking stem, and I'm going to keep the whole thing, but this is the bit that's exciting. You've got a new plant that's popping up here, and you've got tap roots. So plant that, and within one growing season, it'll be 3 branches instead of 1. And because I've disturbed the root system of the plant, they've gone through shock, just put little bits of potting mix in at a time, fingers open, and push it down between the cracks from the roots, firm the soil up, and give it a really good drink. Make sure the potting mix is absolutely saturated. Give it a little punch around the side to get rid of any air holes, because air holes are 100% dry and the plant will die. Now, the most important tip for big, tall stuff like this is put them somewhere in the shade, but tie them up, because if they fall over every couple of days, that's just disturbing the soil, the roots will dry out, the plant will die. And plants like these, well, I've never seen ornamental ginger this tall in a wholesale nursery, but I'd imagine they'd be worth about $50 or $60 each. But the big stars are those ones that are still under the ground that are about to shoot. These ones, they've seen their best days, but they still look impressive. So I've ended up with some great plants that I'd imagine would cost a couple of $100, and it only cost us 1 bag of potting mix. Now, your average house would have bookshelves. Well, these days they do it all online and on computers, apparently. So I'm going to build them a bookshelf, but not for their imaginary books that they don't have, for their plants. And I'm using pine. It's slightly thicker and slightly more expensive. To create a bit of a feature, I'm using 3 back supports that I'm just making parallel with a tape measure. When you're cutting timber and the offcut is quite big and heavy, as you cut through it, it's going to fall off the edge of the table. It's going to cause damage to your timber, and it could also damage your saw. So a great way to do it if you're on your own, you don't have someone to hold it, is with a couple of offcuts underneath, but close enough to the joint so when it falls, when it's cut, it falls like this, so it doesn't jam in on your blade. You can do a nice, easy cut. I've cut the tops and I've spaced them out again, and I've made my base. It's just 2 of the offcuts with 2 pleats underneath, and it's going to sit screwed from behind onto this. So, and I'm just lining it up at the bottom now. It's a 2-man job. Can you just hold that there like that?
Sure thing.
Just like that. That's it. Don't move, it won't hurt a bit. Now, at the moment, you're looking at the back of this plant shelf, so it doesn't matter that you can see the stickers and the screws or any pencil marks, because it'll be up against the wall. What I'm doing is actually spacing out the plants. This one here's Tenanthe, cracking into a plant, will go under pretty low light and still look really good. It's got that variegated leaf, the beautiful aubergine on the underside. And if I space it out, give about 100 mil of space, and then I can put a shelf through here, but I also need to take into account I'm using a slightly larger pot, so I need to add about 50 mil for that as well. That moves the shelf up to about here. I'll put my pencil marks in, screw from the back, and it doesn't matter how rough I am. Now, structurally, you are limited by the strength of the screws. So I'm putting 3 in the back of each one. They're 75mm long, so by the time they go through the 20mm, they're into the other one, 55. It's strong enough to hold a couple of plants, but it wouldn't go climbing on it. So that shelf goes through all 3 of the uprights, which gives me my structural strength. Now I can put some little short ones in. I'm gonna put one down here somewhere, and another one up the top. See how it looks. That looks pretty cool. Now, even if you didn't want to put your plants on it, this would make a pretty handy bookshelf for those dinosaur things that we used to look at. I reckon I can see encyclopedias stacked up there. Kids, if you don't know what encyclopedias are, go and Google search it. How good does it look? Now, if you're not sure about what indoor plants will work at your place, you can always ask your local nursery. You get inspiration from magazines, you'll see heaps of pretty pictures, or ask your nan. Because the last time indoor plants were cool, she was your age.
Bees are at the centre of our ecosystem, and beekeeping is now more popular than ever. Last year, we visited Pete Evans, and he showed me his flow hive.
It's how we do beekeeping.
That inspired me to do a beekeeping course and install a hive of my own, and now I am hooked. The renewed interest in beekeeping has been inspired in part by Cedar and Stew and their simple but revolutionary invention.
So I was running a small commercial apiary at my place, and I just found that it was taking me days and days to harvest the honey. And I thought, there must be a better way. Can't we just turn a handle and the honey flows straight out? And that thought turned into a decade-long journey of tinkering in the shed.
The flow frame is now at the heart of honey harvesting worldwide. What do you actually need to become a beekeeper?
Well, first of all, you need your hive.
Yeah.
You need the bees, and you also need a bee suit and a smoker for looking after your babies.
For anyone who's watching who doesn't really understand the conventional harvesting of honey, could you explain it to us?
The process is getting in your bee suit, smoking the hive, pulling apart the frames, taking those frames out, taking them to a processing location, whether that be in your laundry or your shed.
And then you carve that honeycomb with a hot knife to cut the capping off, and then you put it in a spinner, and finally your honey comes out into jars.
Now, that's quite a complicated process, and of course, along the way, lots of bees get killed. So that actually was the reason why you guys invented the flow hive.
We tried to get honeycomb out of honeycomb cells for years with sucking machines and pulling the back off and piston plungers that went down cells and all sorts of crazy prototypes. My dad, after a couple of strong coffees one day, went, hang on, how about instead of going this way, we do it this way?
When you do, you have a cell and then you make a column of honey. A column of honey will flow.
Brilliant.
And so it worked.
And that simple idea, breaking the honeycomb shape and letting gravity do the work, became the biggest revolution since beekeeping and honey harvesting began.
What's happening here is we're going to insert this key into the top of the frame, and when I turn it, channels will form inside the comb.
Whoa, and there it comes out.
Are you ready?
We are ready. So Charlie's going to harvest the honey today. How old is Charlie?
4.
4 years of age, and he's already doing... How long has he been doing this?
Since he was none, I think.
What are you actually doing, Charlie?
I just turn the key and it usually comes out. It's almost about to drip out.
Oh, there it
There
is.
we go.
It's amazing. I actually never get sick of watching the honey come out of hives.
You can do a taste test for us. Ready? What's it taste like?
Yummy.
Oh, good girl.
Can we join in?
Oh, no. Oops.
It can all get quite messy, this.
It always heartens me when you talk to kids and they actually, one of the first things I say is they know that that bees are important. But maybe you can explain to us exactly why.
Bees are vital for our food supply, basically. And we would lose, you know, a third or half of the foods we know and love without honeybee.
Yeah.
Bees are showing signs of stress. They're dying off in numbers that they never did before. Now, what that's indicating is that the insect world's possibly in a lot of trouble.
So what are some of the factors that are putting bees in danger and bee numbers in danger?
Insecticides in the broad-scale agriculture. Another one is habitat loss, and another one is diseases.
So even though it's incredibly easy to harvest the honey, you still actually need to get into your hive and check it, don't you?
Absolutely. It's really, really important to look after the health of your hive. Lots of pests and diseases can even kill your beehive. Very, very important that you learn to be a good husbander of bees.
First, you've got to get the smoke nice and cool, and then put it in the front of the hive here. Give it a few puffs.
It'll just settle them down, though.
And just leave the boxes apart.
There's 2 boxes there.
Just lifting that box off.
Right.
The bottom box has the brood in it.
Yep.
And that's where the queen is laying the eggs and they're turning into bubby bees.
And then the top box, the super, is where all that golden honey goodness happens.
You just have an initial look how they're going, you know.
Yep.
There she is.
Yep.
Oh, you found the queen. You've marked her. You've marked her.
That's
Made it easy.
Look at this beautiful pollen here on their legs. You can see the different colours of pollen they're bringing in.
That brood looks really healthy. It's all clustered really well. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Well, that is absolutely amazing, and I can promise you from personal experience, it never gets old.
I'm on Bombo Beach on the New South Wales south coast, and the tide's rolling in. My story tonight is about man's best friend. You've got it, a dog. A little black pug by the name of Kevin, and his boss called Tim. The two of them have an inseparable bond. They depend on one another. And I guess you could say they've surfed through many of life's troubled waters. Geez, you're lucky you got a full head of hair, aren't you?
I know
Look at it, blowing all over the place, you lucky devil.
You wish, don't you?
I do wish. Look at this, there's nothing there at all, right? But I tell you what, that keeps it all under control.
It does, yeah.
So is yours natural, you know?
That's all natural. I was grey at 30.
Worry.
Could be.
Are you a worrier?
Yeah.
Tell me what you did. Well, what's the story on Tim?
Always loved the water. So I joined the Navy, transferred around through a couple of different branches in the Navy, and then finally become an aircraft mechanic. Back in '91, there was an aircraft crash, and we got asked to go out there to clean up the mess.
So you were virtually the first one there?
Yeah. That happens. But back then, you never went to a psych. No one sits you down and talks to you about what happened, how you feel. There was nothing like that, so.
This sort of thing is a major trauma. Post-traumatic stress disorder, which is what you've had and probably still have.
Yeah, well, that's what happened, yeah. But they discharged me medically unfit, major depression, see you later. And that was it. Out the door, and I'm going, so what do I do now? I left that. A couple of years later, due to stress, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, high everything, had a heart attack. Had 5 heart attacks. The last one was when I was body surfing.
You were in the water. You had a heart attack in the water.
I was in the water, had a heart attack.
I reckon you had a few blockages.
I had it at the end, 4 blockages at 90 to 95%. So I went up to St. George and had a quadruple bypass.
Mate. How long ago was that?
And I'm still kicking.
How long ago was that?
3 years ago.
I want to talk to you about this little black dog, okay?
Little Kev.
How did you come by, of all things, a pug?
a pug. I don't know, pugs are the comedians of the dog world, I reckon. They're the clowns. They're gorgeous. When I had the heart attack and depression started to set in again, my wife goes, you need something to get you out of the house, start going around.
Yeah.
We'll get you a dog. He goes with me everywhere. Everywhere I go, he goes.
Was he a pup when you got him?
Yeah, yeah.
How big?
Well, he was tiny. He was only 8 weeks old. I know all the defects with him, the things will go wrong, how they snore, which I snore, so the wife doesn't really get much sleep at night. So she reckons we should be in the same bed.
Separate rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out.
Put a chainsaw down the middle of the bed and just move it.
It's like a chainsaw going anyway. But,
So, how close are you two? Because I would suggest you are very close.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, he's always beside me. We sit on the lounge, he'll be sitting right next to me. So I'll go for a swim, he'll stand in the water, right up, and then goes, no, Dad's in trouble, and he starts swimming out to me. I'm going, oh, no, so I've got to turn around, come back
in.
No, you've got to stay here. He's going, I'm going with you.
So you two are like this, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
So, without him, where would you be today?
I would say I'll be 6 foot under.
You're not joking, are you? They don't learn to read and write, but they read us better
Oh, yeah.
than any other person can. They're a dog. A man's best friend.
Oh, they know the feelings, yeah, it's really weird.
And he's been your best mate, and he's your best mate.
Yeah.
He's given you back the will to live, right?
Yep.
Go your life to this dog, and I would suggest to your wonderful wife as well.
Yeah, she's been my rock.
She's a fantastic lady. She got you the dog.
She did too, yeah.
Best medicine of
She
all.
knew. She knew I needed something.
As soon as he saw him, it was like, yep, that's my little mate. You know, we got Kevin to bring Tim out more, you know, walk and socialise and just to feel loved as well. Like, you know, just have somebody to talk to all the time. You do talk to your dogs.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
And we're so lucky because Kevin's just got that personality. We were really, really lucky. We got the one. He just goes everywhere with Tim, yeah. Their bond is,
Special.
Very, very special.